Alright guys, here we're going to talk about the movie Bikini Girls on Ice. 2009's Bikini Girls on Ice, Lee. Have you seen it?
I still haven't. No, I had not seen this.
This is a new slasher classic.
So you love and know it's Cannibal Video.
As it says on the box.
Oh. Well, if it's on the box, it has to be true.
Yeah, I don't know how they got away with printing that. Because this is not true.
Okay. I was going to say, it's not very good.
No.
It's a bad movie.
The title had me, though.
Sure.
You know, I had a picture, as I imagine many might, where you're almost picturing an Ice Capades-esque horror. Something charming and
like
fun and campy.
on ice. Like
on ice.
and spinning around. Sure.
You don't get any of that. You barely get ice, honestly.
It's ice adjacent.
There's some ice. Yeah.
You see ice at one point?
This is a movie that we're about to talk about.
I respect it on certain levels, but it's neither good nor like good at being bad in the way I think it might think it's complicated, but it's not.
It has some interesting turns that we'll go into in the spoiler section. I will say I was not a big fan though.
I will say no.
Yeah.
To this movie.
All right, guys. If you've seen it or don't care, follow some of the spoilers, and if not, pull out now.
If you need a place to rent content, you better listen. We're Cannibal Video and we eat the competition.
All right, guys. Here we are for the spoilers of Bikini Girls on Ice. So, Lee, this was bad. Let me hear your spoiler-full thoughts.
Yeah, it's bad. It's kind of like charming. It's kind of like...
I would say it's not charming.
Yeah?
I think it's lazy.
Sure.
I think there's one kill on screen like the whole movie. Every kill is this guy like rushing at somebody, it cuts away, they're out of frame, and he's just swinging and killing.
And it goes...
Except for one neck slash, which by that time, it's like almost the last kill of the movie. I'm like, you had time to suck me in. You have not sucked me in. And why is there ice related to any of this?
I've never been.
He's not stealing kidneys. He's just putting people in ice chests.
Okay, so there's like a chest.
There's like 3 ice chests.
Well, there's bathtubs. And there's coolers. Like big freezers and stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's never like I don't.
You don't know why he's doing it.
I don't need it to be explained to me.
I need it to be explained to me.
Like at first I was like, oh, is this like magic? Is there a paranormal thing? He just has a weird chest that seemed to draw the first girl in. And then she's like in there somehow, but it makes no sense. And I'm like, ooh,
is
like,
this
what is this?
Death ice chest? The ice chest that eats?
The ice chest. Like he's putting them there and then they're like dissolving or sinking and going to hell and demons are eating them. Or so there's something going on.
No, it's nothing.
But no, by the end, like the only payoff we get is like one dude gets like stabbed and he says, it's okay, I can't feel a thing.
Tommy. It's okay. I can't feel a thing.
And you're like, what? That's not the reason he puts them in ice.
Yeah,
that can't be the reason he puts them in ice.
I don't even understand. And at some points, they're just like people like laying on the ground and just a little bit of ice on them. Like,
yeah,
I just need a little ice. Like, I'm the ice fairy. I give
well,
out
every now
ice.
and then they go like, well, the movie's supposed to mention ice. We should do some ice.
It's very strange. You'd think at some point there'd be people like on meat hooks in a freezer or like an ice rink or ice in any way. The title had me. I'm not gonna lie. I think like they got me with the title. Bikini Girls on Ice is interesting. Other than that, there's nothing interesting about this movie.
It's a thorough cleaning on both the outside and inside.
Up in?
Yeah, like there's no, he's not like throwing the cops off by preserving the bodies and fucking with when they, the time of death or something, right? There's no angle.
Even even the premise like on itself is like, it's like this abandoned gas station.
Yep, it's seen better days.
You know, that's what happens when things get abandoned.
That like an old time guy like goes to all the time and a lot of people frequent and...
Right here, where we used to gas up. Only place in town.
They can run a bikini car wash at and some clients actually come. Like,
so we should be clear. Like, so you want to make a movie?
Yeah.
You have a location, but it sucks.
I hope this is a fucking joke.
Okay, so don't worry. We'll be out of here in no time, I promise.
So you need to come up with an excuse. So like your transportation has to break down and strand you there, and you have to decide to have your bikini car wash at this abandoned, haunted gas station.
Bro, I don't know what to tell you, man. The wires are fried. They got to be replaced.
It's gonna be happening.
Instead of the actual place that you were going that was going to be good or something, right? And yes, from that point onward, it functions like everything's normal, like this is a thing that you would do or something, and people keep coming and going, and it's like there's only 3 people. How would you be like, what happened to Trish? Like, what are you talking about? Like, she went into the gas station and now she's gone.
Doesn't that belong to a French couple?
This.
Yeah.
We're in a garage, Tommy. There's gas canisters everywhere.
Do you see any lying around?
She's probably in a bathtub somewhere. Why don't you be like, wait, where is she or something?
There are whole segments that through poor filming or just writing, I was like, what just happened?
Like, I don't know what happened.
Like, they open that door and you see the dog in there, and I'm like,
Duke?
I'm like, is this supposed to be the bus? And then later on I realized, I'm like, oh, it is the bus.
I can't believe I have to go in there.
You want me to go?
No. I know exactly where my phone is.
Yeah.
But the way it's filmed, because there's no wide, which I'm like, why is there no wide? You have a bus.
No,
I know you have a bus.
And like, I think that was filmed on the bus. It was just not filmed in a way.
It was so incoherent. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? When they bring it around the back, that's the bus they're talking about.
Take him around back. There's not a soul back there.
Yeah.
You brought the bus back there. I'm like, what?
It feels very like patched together, and like they tried to say, like, have them say, "Oh, we're gonna be late," and have them do this, and then you're like, "What? What's happening in this movie?"
Honestly, so the movie's premise is that a bus is driving to the beach to wash cars.
That should give us plenty of time to get to the car wash.
And where's this all going down?
Bezel Beach, man. Crawling with people.
And I'm like, okay.
They get all sandy stuff.
Well,
seagulls pooping on them. Yeah.
The movie opens in a way that I'm like, oh, this could be interesting.
Yeah.
There are some flaws right from the jump, though. Like, honestly, that's what the movie, though, should have been. The movie should have been a bus full of people heading back from, like, beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we need gas. Oh, hang on. And then, like, the driver's killed. He had the keys. And then a bunch of bikini girls are on the premises. And there's your movie. It's very simple. But what it is not that.
Yeah, we should pause there and say, like, you're meant to think like, oh, we're having a fun bikini car wash now. So there should be a lot of gratuitous scenes of like suds and scrubbing, and there's like one little sequence. But yeah, otherwise there's no reason to have them still be like, you could just have filmed the car wash scene somewhere cool and have a cool thing happening, and then have them break down on the way home. So they're tired and cranky, and they're like, I'm still soggy, and it's this perfect setup for like,
it is just gratuitous for the reason of like, oh, it's in the title, we need this.
But it's not even good.
No,
like you don't even get the various shots of
like
rubbing like a bikini car. Sorry, I'm very passionate about this. I used to watch a lot of things on like Showtime and Cinemax because it would say nudity when I was like 12.
Sure.
So like, yes, you need shots from like inside the car of like TNA, like sudsy,
rubbing on the windows
and stuff.
You're only making them sexier! I don't like it! I don't like it!
I'm just buffing the thing, and like puns about like waxing and this other stuff. There's like none of that. That stuff's only in there. It feels like as an afterthought, but it's the title of the movie.
Yeah.
So how does this make sense? Okay.
It may have not been the opening title. They may have changed that because again, the title is the best part of the movie. I'm going to stress that. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we're even watching this was because I saw that title and I was like, I have to buy this from Australia. Like,
we're importing this.
Yeah,
this is the real.
This is imported.
Exactly.
You can see it's got some. I think it's actually a German rating system in the front. This is like MA or 15 or something.
This is like an MA 14. Yeah. You're like, what even is that?
And there are boobs, so I guess it earned its 15.
There are. I forgot there were.
They're in it very minorly for this movie that seems to be a gratuitous just flaunt. Which is funny to me because like they're like, oh, we're at like this deserted gas station. Like some girl who was wearing pants like takes off her pants to like walk out into the gas station. I'm like, what is happening?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. But I want to say the movie starts off. It's just a different girl. The cold open, standard movie beginning of a horror. We have to kill somebody before the credit sequence. It's a random person just stopping for gas. She's lost. She's on the phone. She has service. Then she doesn't. Whatever.
I think I might have passed the exit. I can barely see the signs out here.
and she gets chained to a pole when she tries to leave, and I'm like, oh, okay. That's cool. The movie had a chain. That's something. Like, we're going somewhere.
Wow. Production value.
Like, hits her in a really unceremonious, annoying way. We have her, like, running around, the facility here. This is where the humor to me, like, is, like, she gets in, like, boop, boop, like, locks her car, and you're like, the window is open on the car. Locking it did nothing. It didn't end up being a mattering point. Then she goes in the building and comes out of the building, and they didn't like they must have filmed these on 2 different days, because when she's filming the exteriors, there's a pallet sitting against the door she would have had to just walk out of.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, does no one notice that? It's continuity error, you stupid bastards.
I didn't notice it.
It got me because at this point I'm still thinking this might be a good movie,
and you're like,
and then I'm like, oh, errors. What do we got going on here? And if I had seen any of the rest of the movie, the errors would have floated right over me because the movie itself is so bad. I wouldn't have like clicked in on these things.
No, I think my first note is this does not look like a real movie.
Just needed directions, asshole.
That was my literal first thing.
It's certainly not as bad as like a fake. It's not not like a shot on VHS looking movie in the year 2020, which still come out, and you're like, how is this possible?
No. It's like a spectrum. I just mean like
No, I get what you're saying.
All my judgments, I'm like, I think we're actually on the holodeck. I don't think this is real. This is actually in the movie or whatever.
Think we need to reboot. That does not count as a kill.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Right, so then when things would happen, I respect the cold open because you think he's going to be hiding in the car for all the reasons you said.
Yes.
Because she's gets back to the car, she's actually getting away, all that stuff happens. Mm-hmm. But no, she...
What is going on?
She's just leashed up, and then she's grabbing the chain, what the fuck even is this?
Yeah.
And then the dude just runs over the car.
I was like, running over the car.
That. That's
I was
stupid.
Like, that's
I'm like, yes,
good.
it was
pretty good.
Dumb in a good way, and
but it's how lazy the kills are that ruin it. Had this movie had if it could have cut to that kill from behind her head, and now it's a dummy, and he cracks it with that thing. I've been
opens it up.
Oh yes. We're somewhere. But there are so many deaths for every one of them to be under the screen, just below the frame hitting. It's just so lazy and annoying, and I'm like, okay, you're making a movie in 3 days. I get it. Stop
and it's okay. I was gonna say that it's tough to be that hard on people or whatever. But that's the thing is you can in modern times make a movie like this where you don't really show gore, you don't really show whatever. You have bikini in the title. You need to show that then. You need to you need to lean into this. This is a funny boob comedy where every now and then a character gets to go home and stop filming. Like that's it, right? And just play it off.
It's a relatively large cast for a low budget movie, which is usually means you're either going to be really good or really bad. Because it's hard to maintain that many characters.
No.
Not so good because you lose track of these characters because a lot of them, not that they're exactly the same, but nobody has defined roles where it's I do this, I do that. It's my BFF, which one is she? I don't know. That one.
Not now, Nikki.
Fine.
Yes.
You have one that's the bitchy one, but honestly, the bitchy one gets hit by the other one, and I'm like, that was so uncalled for. That's assault. Why did you hit her?
Hey, Lena. You fucking bitch! You're never stepping on another pitch again!
Okay.
She said words and you resorted to physical violence. There was no reason for that. The escalation was so hard.
I called her the mean girl. And then
the hit-er or the hit-e? Because honestly...
Oh, well, the hit-e, but still.
And we didn't even have to lift a finger.
Or fuck anyone.
Whatever. Here's to getting what we want.
Because she's in the alpha position.
Yeah.
She's doing the things. But yes.
She has a funny line right before she dies. I forget what she says, but it's shut up, you dumb bitches, what's going on? It gets killed.
Don't you know to shut the fuck up? What's going on?
Oh no, there's a killer man there.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I like the killer man because he has no lines. He just makes caveman noises.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was really funny.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's not. But a lot of these things always make me just sit and like, what is this world telling me?
Yeah.
This is a gas station that's non-operable, but still has gas.
Some gas, yeah.
It still has gas, but no one is working here. Now, like, did he kill the person that worked here? We don't establish that at all. There's still power in that house.
Could one of you tell me why those lights are flickering? I didn't even know that there was a house over there.
Who's paying the taxes? How long could this actually happen? And there's
sorry.
a pile of
Yes.
cars behind. It's like he's killing people, presumably a lot.
You're thinking like, who's paying the taxes? I'm like,
Well,
yes.
because it doesn't take long for
Yes.
someone to come looking. Like, the power's
Yes.
still on. Like, they'll
No,
turn
no,
turn your power
and,
off
like,
after a few months.
I give the movie a lot of credit for not explaining, like, oh, he was the son of the caretaker and now he's killed in the fucking, like, I hate that shit so much. What they do is they just have a random, I don't know who this, there's an old guy in the movie who's supposed to be your explainer, but he, like, explains a little bit.
I've seen headlights come down this highway, and I ain't never seen them leave again.
And then, like, the chick he's talking to is like, stop telling ghost stories. And I'm like, did he even say it was
no.
It was haunted? He was just
He
like...
said, like, cars go missing over
here.
here.
He was just like, this is dangerous.
Trying to scare young girls with ghost stories. Thanks for the donation. Have a good day.
Just stay out of that gas station, I'm warning you.
I see headlights go up, but not go back. And I'm like, well, it's a road.
It's a road. They
what does
could
that
be going
mean? You never see cars come the other direction?
Yeah.
Like
it's written like this is some weird, like, we're gonna dare you to spend the night in, in the
this
old
is
whatever.
the Bermuda Triangle of Dakota. Like,
yeah. But then and like that guy comes back.
You should send somebody out to check on that car.
Hank, how many times have I told you not to use this frequency if it's not for an emergency?
So like they're self-aware, just not in the way that I would want them to be.
that guy comes back for no reason at all.
To save the day.
To save the day, almost.
Yeah.
Get out of here, girl!
Well,
It's
and
such a bizarre...
And he says, turns out the old local, yokel is actually good. Run!
I guess the town yokel ain't so crazy after all.
Like, he's horrible. Everything about him is horrible.
And then he doesn't save the day.
Yeah.
Like, he dies.
Well, because the killer is powerful and has
The powerful killer who has now been shot and stabbed in his eye.
He's tough.
Throughout the movie.
Takes a lot of punishment, as killers do.
He takes a lot of punishment. He at one point locks himself in the trunk because he knew they were going to take
This was
that
my
car.
favorite part.
Big ones on the trunk if you have tape over your mouth.
Which I could because the whole time I'm like, I can't wait to hear your take on this scene. Because they argue and then finally stop to check the trunk.
Yeah.
And the whole time, because in the beginning, right, you think he's going to be in the car, and then he runs over the car like he's filming like a prank TikTok video. I almost said Vine.
He's about to do it for the Vine.
I almost said Vine. I was like, don't say Vine anymore, you old fuck. Say TikTok. So I was like, well, he's obviously, there's going to be a dead body in the trunk, and then he's going to go, I'm here over here, though, right? No, he's in the trunk. He gets out of the trunk. Like, that was his plan.
Yeah.
Was I will lock myself in the trunk. Like,
had they just turned the music on and not heard him,
yeah,
he would have been trapped there till he died. Like,
or like the trunk pops and there's just like 10 cops with guns like pointing into the trunk or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
No, it was so foolish. I hate risks like that. I hate things that doesn't make sense. Like, why would he do that? Because he could have, if he's waiting at the car anyway, he could just kill them anyway.
No, and nothing is established where like he is taking risks or that there's rules or he has to do it a certain way and he needs to get off.
Well, he has the ability to teleport anyway, because there's a part where somebody's in the basement.
All right, just sit tight, all right? I'm going to get you out of here.
Hurry up, Tommy. I don't want to be here when that guy gets back.
And then he gets past the guy at the top of the stairs.
Well, that fun was a skewer. It's going to...
Holding a dead body, putting it into the freezer. And then popping out a different fucking door to kill the guy who saw this happen.
He has the home field advantage.
He does have the home field advantage. I did think it was interesting that we didn't get that moment of like tough guy gets a good fight scene at all. Also, the whole idea of them like we have a bus, it breaks down. I can fix the bus with no tool. Like I have no parts to fix it, but there might be tools in the garage. I could probably do something.
Yeah, this is
all right. It'll take 3 hours. You don't even know what's wrong.
Please tell me you can fix it.
Well, depending on what tools I could find in the garage here, minimum a few hours, bro.
No.
It's such a
no, and like you can tell like what is the word you used? Lazy, maybe not exactly lazy.
It's lazy filmmaking,
but there's like a childish attempt to be like, well, here's what you do: you fake them out and you say it's a bikini thing, and then it's this, but they don't even do that, right?
Yeah,
and stuff like
it's a lazy hustle, honestly.
No, yeah, and like stuff like you're talking about, like you have the opportunity to do the thing. You're like, well, this is supposed to be in the movie. That's how it works. Ha ha ha! Get it? It's awesome.
It would have been better, in my opinion, if our dude's like, yeah, okay, it'll like you have the skeezy guy, like I can fix it. I'm a mechanic or whatever, and he's just there for a while, and like he has no idea what he's doing. He can't fix it at all, and eventually it's like, well, how much farther? And like now it's escalating. There's a killer on him. It's like I actually don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just wanted to look good. I don't know. I call AAA. They're not here yet. Like God. Something like that would have been more interesting because it's just what we got is weird.
Because it's like what I meant earlier was like it has all the trappings of like Wrong Turn or something.
Yeah.
Where like, but like they're not off the map. They're not.
No, they're on a popular road. It seems
there's like cars going by the whole time. A random French couple shows up with a baguette.
Hey, can we help you?
Our car is broken. We look for gas.
And fucking says, "Hello, we're here to do the movie." Yeah. Which is the Canadian, the fucking part that tips you off there.
Je ne sais pas si elle fonctionne. Ça vaut la peine d'essayer.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Pas de problème.
C'est ça, oui.
I do like that our like tank topped guy it just like turns down sex like a G. He's like, nah, dude.
You know, if you ever want to relieve some tension.
Yeah, thanks for the offer, but I don't think so.
Come on, Tommy.
I'm Joe Cool. I don't need this. Get out of here.
I've got a bus to fix.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, what?
You've been working so hard on the bus.
Yeah, I know, and I gotta get to the garage, get some stuff so we could all get out of here, all right?
He wants to fuck the other girl.
Yeah. So?
So do I. You fuck them both.
I'm gonna give you 50 cents just for looking so darn pretty.
But like, bird in the hand, my dude. Like, he is single. I don't even know if that girl is single. I don't think she is, actually.
No. But yes.
But what I'm saying is, just because he wants to get with the blonde doesn't mean it's ever going to happen. Yeah. And this one's like, yeah, let's do this. There's no way he's saying no. Like, I don't care. We didn't paint this guy to be some saint. Like,
yeah.
We tried, I think.
Are they in school?
They're in college, I think.
JD's giving us a lift to the car wash.
Don't worry. I'll hear the sound of his muffler a mile down the road.
Hi, kiddo.
Right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say like there's
because one's a townie and one's not or something.
Because of the budget, this kind of lacks a lot of the trappings that you would expect going into stuff where you have a clear sense of like, oh, this one.
Well, they're 38. Like, are they in school?
Right? Oh God.
Or else Lena, you know Lena? Yeah. She's gonna rip me a new asshole, right? And that's not how I picture losing my virginity, man.
Yeah, and like, is it halfway through or a third of the way through? Like, it's like, hey, it's getting dark, we're leaving, and a bunch of the
walked away.
The bikini babes, they literally just walked down the road.
There's no more cars, so we're leaving. Just like this, it should be too hard. Stink.
Proving how they're not in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, we'll be fine to just walk back. Are we 10 feet from the school? Like, what is this? The legend of this broken down thing? I don't think. I think they are still a decent ways away, but I do think it's just a fucking main road. Like, if we walk this way, we'll hit a town, and then we'll take a taxi or something. Because fuck this.
Right.
And also, it's just we don't have the budget to not kill all these people on screen, so we're just not going to do it.
Stink. Blake is going to have to pay for this.
Well, again, though, it's an easy like if we were pondering this before booking locations or whatever, we would say, oh, well, we'll just steal shots of a montage of sudsy butts, and then we'll just have the bus breaking down with the people we're allowed to kill.
Yeah.
That way it's like, oh, they must
Honestly,
have taken a different
I
bus.
would kill all of those people. I don't see like
whoever you can kill.
There'd be one big scene where 4 would die in a clip, and it would be like, okay, cool.
Or it cuts back to the bus is just on fire, just destroyed.
Yeah, well, the movie's not afraid of like bad writing. At one point, a guy calls the gas station from the phone and goes, "This is a one-way phone. I'm calling and I need help." And I'm like, "How would you what?"
Hello?
Oh, thank God, Lena, it's Blake. I'm calling you from a one-way phone to the gas station.
Blake, where the fuck are you?
Lena, you have to listen to me carefully.
They have those in Canada. That's a Canadian.
Well, those exist, but it's very strange that like that basement has a phone that just goes to the thing. Like, it seems like one dude lives here and there's nobody else. So like that would have been old stock stuff. But it's just weird that even exists.
No, it's very
It's
lazy. It's
poor
very
writing.
weird. Yeah, and there's no, you're not like, oh, can we trust this guy? He seems like something's off with him. He runs this gas station. It seems like no one's been in here for years. What's going on? Listen, he gave us the new belt. Let's just chill. Like, I'm just describing wrong term, but that's the point, is like, that's what they want.
You're kind of describing House of Wax.
Yeah, all right.
You keep fan belts at your house?
Well, I get things delivered there when I'm not here. Look, if you want to hold on to the 16, that's fine by me.
No.
Oh my God, I got Wrong Turn and House of Wax mixed up. That's the same movie anyway. I'm saying this is well-worn territory, which I think I've proved by the fact that...
You say so.
Good work. Thank you very much. You take care, okay?
The point is, they dodge all that. They just assume... It's a weird, like, post-horror, where it's like, here's the killer man. You know, he's a killer.
Stop it! Just let us go.
He's tough.
Yeah.
And he's using different weapons, so he has no, like, signature move. But he seems to get off on killing them and chilling them. And that's his thing. Only until the end when it's like, I don't know, I'm hiding in a car. It doesn't mean...
It's so weird. Like, one of those ice chests is outside, too. I'm like, just chilling, pun intended, outside. All right, there's like one in a barn. I'm like, okay. There's one in the back of like the actual gas station. It's a weird, like that's my thing. I ice things.
No, but like you could, so like the old guy could say something like, oh, this is like the weird, mute son of like the guy who used to own it. They never found the boy. He's still out there somewhere. And then you find that he's like using the ice to like preserve some corpses of like his dead uncle or something. There has to be some reason for these things.
There's nothing.
I'm not saying
it's just a movie of questions.
Well, like I don't need to know exactly all the different things, but sometimes it's like, well, if this is just completely random, then like what am I afraid of here? Don't go to a to your point, how is this guy sustaining this lifestyle?
He can't.
I like it when it's, because like that's an element too, where it's like, well, this is his first day. It's crazy.
Kind of,
you know, someone just left him alone and now he's doing his killer thing. Or like, oh, he's an escaped whatever, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, his name's not Mo at all.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, Mo!
He escaped, he killed Mo and he escaped from the insane asylum, the boy who was at the site of the massacre at the old thing when the gas, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like it cuts back to a thing as him with a kid and like, no, ice! No, ice!
We can't
hang us!
We can't afford to cut back, but yes, you understand. Some voiceover on the rocks, some weird thing that's haunting him or something like that where it has to be a thing. What else happens in this movie?
So wait, it can't be his first day though, because he has like a whole, and this is what's weird too, he has a string of bikinis up on that wall there.
I like that scene.
More bikinis than were girls that he killed.
Oh yeah.
So potentially only people with bikinis ever go into this place, because even our first girl is in a bikini-esque outfit.
There we go.
A bikini of sorts.
Of sorts.
Yes.
So like it seems like that sets him off. Like he likes bikinis and he likes ice, and that's his thing. So why these two guys even got? And honestly, the one guy he didn't kill right away. So maybe it's like, no bikini. I don't know what I do here.
He's lost without a bikini to go on.
I just woke up in a bathtub full of ice. I can hardly feel my legs. You have to help me.
He's like, I have nothing for my collection now. What the fuck? I really liked it panning across all these like blood-stained bikini tops. I was like, that's
fun.
The thing that is giving me. I assumed by the end I would have more information than that. But I was like, I'm getting more information. This is his MO. This is his thing.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. And if there was any even loose explanation to it, I'd be like, all right, we had something.
Well,
but not even trying. And all the things that like we've explained so far that I'm like, I didn't like that. You're just wallpapering over problems.
If every kill almost was off camera and every set piece was just TNA, having sex, scrubbing cars, getting in like a pillow fight, I don't know what girls do, whatever, something happening, right? You could forgive them phoning in the whole like, what are the motivations of the killer? You'd be like, what are you talking about? This is a movie about bikini babes and stuff. Who cares? But since it's so light on everything else, you're forced to engage with like the plot of the movie. And think of all the ice they had to buy and throw into things. What's happening?
Even simple things like oh, we're locked in this shed or whatever. Can we get out? No, it's impossible.
The door's chained shut. We can't go through the door. We need to find a new plan.
Oh, I think if we push the bottom and then it cuts to the outside and it's not locked at all, the door's open like wide enough for a full body to slide through.
Okay, if you push hard enough on the door, I think I could slip through.
And they do.
Yeah, they just leave.
It's just so goofy. You expected like for a movie called Bikini Girls on Ice, it's like it's gonna be a really tight thing to squeeze through, and like it'll pull a bikini off or something.
It's gonna snag one of their spaghetti straps, and we're gonna get a treat here.
Something will happen.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, there's
like something like low budget and pervy that you like would expect.
Even just you saying that, it like hits me how much I was not in like perv mode, because it was clear you were not getting any of that, right? So without a strong horror element, without a strong like comedy or
that's what's weird is
what are we doing?
That's exactly my point. Is that like what I wanted was a fun like death-filled horror movie, and like we avoided that. And then like you're like, oh well, what else could that title mean?
So what is it then?
And it's like, oh well, it's not that either. So it's really just a waste of an hour and 20 minutes is what it is.
So just a waste of your time.
Yeah. And that's kind of how the movie ends, though. Like just because like we're like there's 10 minutes left. Because I think I had the piece. Like I paused it and I'm like there's 10 minutes left, and I know nothing about the character. Where could it possibly end?
You're pissing like what's gonna happen? Yeah. Someone's gonna wake up in a different location. You're gonna be like someone's gonna exposition to you. Grandma is like in the back. Oh, that's my boy. He's a good boy. You're gonna get some. It's gonna be great.
Anything.
Yeah. And then what happened?
I have only questions. I have no answers. The movie just ends, and I don't understand why any of it happened.
I forget how it ends. How does it end? What is the last thing? I have no idea.
I can't remember.
I just filled up my tank.
Does he die?
I don't know.
Does she die?
Let me check my notes.
She drives away, doesn't she?
My last note is it's that fucking guy from earlier. I stopped taking notes when he showed up.
Get out of here, girl!
I don't know. Cut in a clip of how it ends.
Ashley?
Your guess is as good. That's the sign of like truly good cinema.
I watched this yesterday. I have no idea.
I watched it today. I watched it hours ago.
This movie's so bad. It's so forgettable.
Listen, it gets like you get 20 minutes in and you're like, I get it. I know what's gonna happen. And then less than that even happens.
But that's
what's
like, so funny is you could literally stop 20 minutes in. And it's the same thing over and over again.
You've had the same experience.
You learn nothing more. You gain nothing more. It is exactly the same. You're like, oh, and more of this. And that's the whole movie.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
If you want to support the show, head over to cannibalvideo.com, pick up some merch.
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
That's alright.
Yeah, that's something.
Whatever.
Fuck these motherfuckers.
Good night, Hank. Over.
Copy. 10-4.
Cannibal Video has everything you need. A wide array of VHS and DVDs. We ate the competition, now it's only us. Our expert staff opinion